Hello friends and welcome back to my channel. This video is about my 2016 Skoda Octavia, my almost brand new Realme GT Neo 3T, Android Auto, and how I may have ended up spending 9,000 rupees more for nothing. So let's begin. The story begins with my purchase of 2016 Skoda Octavia. You see, my son was born in 2022 and my old car Chevrolet Spark was just not cutting it in terms of space. So, I sold off my Spark and got the 2016 Skoda Octavia home. Now Spark was bought in 2012, so it was pretty old. So old that it did not even have Bluetooth. In terms of features, my Octavia was miles ahead. Apart from being more powerful, more spacious and safer, it had one feature that I dearly wanted: Android Auto. When I bought the Octavia, I was using the Redmi K20 Pro. That phone was very good and it worked flawlessly with the car to provide me Android Auto on my Octavia head unit. Everything was perfect until I decided to upgrade my phone. You see, my company has a policy of providing a new smartphone every 3 years. 3 years were up for the Redmi K20 Pro and it was time for me to upgrade to something faster. When I was searching for an all-rounder phone within the 20k price range, I came across a deal on the Realme GT Neo 3T. It had dropped from its usual price of 35,000 to 20,000 rupees. Snapdragon 870, 5000 mAh battery and 80 watt fast charging, all for a mere 20,000 rupees. I was sold. I immediately ordered the phone from Flipkart. My ordeal started as soon as I got the phone. After initial setup, I updated all the apps from Android Play Store. The very next day, I connected my phone to the car to hear songs on my way to work like I always do. After the initial setup that needs to be done on the phone for Android Auto, the phone would appear in the device list of the car's head unit, but when I selected the phone, it would try to connect via Android Auto, fail, shift to mirror link, fail, and then my car's head unit would throw an error to use a SmartLink compatible phone. I tried to connect my phone a number of times on different days and the phone even got connected twice if I remember correctly, only to get disconnected suddenly on my way to work, never to get connected again.
He's dead, Joe.
I was puzzled. I started by trying out different cables. I used a short C-type cable which I believe is from a Mi power bank, the cable which came with the Redmi K20 Pro and was a known good cable, a Boat 2-in-1 cable, and lastly the original cable which came with the phone. No matter which cable I tried, the phone would not connect. It was time to do some deeper troubleshooting. Was the Android app somehow corrupt? I went into settings, apps and cleared all the data for Android Auto app. Still nothing. I connected my phone to the computer and nuked Android Auto from my phone using ADV. I then proceeded to reinstall Android Auto from Play Store. Still nothing. My doubt then turned towards the Android Auto app version. Was it somehow too newer for my car? Obviously that shouldn't be the case because the Android app version on the Redmi K20 Pro and the Realme GT Neo 3T were the same. Still, I decided to remove the latest version from the phone again using ADV and I installed Android Auto from APK Mirror, but this time from 2021. Still nothing. I was stumped. Was my phone missing some important files that were needed to make Android Auto work with my car? So, as a last ditch effort, I factory reset my phone. Guess what? Still nothing. The service center guys were useless when I approached them and they said that the best they could do was factory reset the phone, which I had already done, and hope for the best. They even advised me to drop the matter entirely because according to them, not all cars and Android phones have compatibility. At this point, I was getting desperate. As a tech-savvy person, I refused to accept that a feature that used to work with my older phone no longer works after I upgrade my phone. I was determined to get to the bottom of this. So, I approached one of my colleagues, Mr. Prakash Soni, if he could let me try my Realme GT Neo 3T and the cable which came with this phone in his car. He drives a 2018 Volkswagen Vento and he was kind enough to let me test the phone and the car. Guess what? The phone worked perfectly in his car. So I ruled out that the phone and the cable from the list of possible culprits. So was my car's head unit faulty? No, because it was working perfectly fine with the Redmi K20 Pro. So was it the Android version? Redmi K20 Pro was running on Android version 10 and Realme was on Android 13. To test this out, I again tested out two phones. The Oppo Reno 80, which my friend Anand has, runs on Android 13, and OnePlus 11, which my colleague Mr. Prakash Soni has, which also runs on Android 13. Guess what? They both work perfectly with my car. To summarize, I could deduce that the phone and the cable were good because they were working fine in another car. My car's head unit was fine because it was working with other phones. So what was it? I was pulling my hair out at this point. All I could say, to the best of my knowledge, was that there was some weird compatibility issue with my phone and my car, even though there should not be, because Android Auto compatibility specifically lists compatibility with 2016 Skoda Octavia and onwards. I was so frustrated that I took the drastic step of exchanging the Realme GT Neo 3T for a Poco F5. Flipkart valued my 3-month-old Realme GT Neo 3T at 17,250 rupees. Couple that with 2,000 rupees discount with ICICI credit card, the effective price for my phone was 19,250. I was taking a loss of about 850 rupees on the phone, which for about 3 months of use isn't too bad. However, the Poco F5 was going for 28,000 rupees. So I had to shell out additional 9,000 rupees from my pocket. So I received the phone, give the Realme GT Neo 3T in exchange, connect the Poco F5 to my car, and everything works and all is good in the universe again, right? I and you are so wrong. The Poco F5, when connected to my car using the cable which came in the box, was not even visible in the device list. There is a saying in Hindi, आसमान से गिरे खजूर पे अटके. In my case, it was खजूर से गिरे और आसमान पे जा लटके, because as far as I could tell, I was farther away from my goal of getting Android Auto to work between my phone and my car.
He was worse than dead. His brain is gone.
I again started the usual troubleshooting steps. I tried a couple of other cables which did not work and trying the phone with the Volkswagen Vento, which worked perfectly. Extremely frustrated, I turned towards Google. I found a post about Poco F5 and Android Auto not working on Reddit. That Redditor's phone was connecting but crashing. I replied to that thread and what I was experiencing. The original poster was kind enough to reply that he got the phone working using an Amazon Basics USB-C cable, which by the way is also recommended in the Android Auto FAQs. Immediately, I ordered the Amazon Basics USB-C cable from Amazon India. Meanwhile, I thought why not try the Poco F5 with the Redmi K20 Pro cable? And guess what? The phone worked immediately. It was like this. So after 3 months and my wallet being lighter by 9,000 rupees, I got Android Auto working again. I was so relieved. But wait, there is more. Remember the USB-C cable that I had ordered from Amazon? It arrived and it also worked with my phone and car. The key takeaways from my ordeal are: Number 1. I may have exchanged my Real GT Neo 3T and spent 9,000 rupees extra for the Poco F5 just for nothing. The Amazon basic cable would have probably worked with my Realme, but I do not have any way of testing it out since I no longer have the phone. Number 2. Conventional wisdom and even Google's FAQs advise to check the cable that came with the phone, as manufacturers tend to check compatibility, is also bullshit. I already have 2 phones which did not work with the cables which came in the box. Number 3, and the most important one at that. If Android Auto is not working or behaving erratically, most probably it is the cable that needs to be changed. I really hope that manufacturers and Google take a strong note about weird compatibility issues that exist with Android Auto. I would go even further and ask Google to launch a certified for Android Auto program for cable manufacturers only. If you have landed on this video because even you are facing problems with Android Auto, I strongly advise you to check other cables. It is the cheapest and the easiest way to troubleshoot. I will also leave links in the description to buy cables which I have personally tested and are working with my phone and the 2016 Skoda Octavia. So I hope you liked this video and had a chuckle at my misadventures and suffering. If you liked it, please don't forget to leave a like, share with your friends and family, and please subscribe to my channel for more awesome tech videos. This is Vaibhav and I will see you guys in my next video.